All praises to the Most High. This is Elliot. Now, before y'all come after me and start getting mad by the title of this video, I want you to hear me out. Now, I like to preface a lot of the videos that I make by the audience that I target are those who are called, chosen, and set apart for the Most High God. You're living a life trying to do everything that you possibly can to line up for the Most High, even if you don't yet know it. And maybe the reason why you're going through some of the things that you're going through is because the Most High is trying to get your attention. And this video may help you line up. So hear me out. Now, I know that many of you like to search, seek out information on gang stalking because you are going through something that you can't explain. And you're looking for other people who you can relate to, who've had similar experiences, things that may connect some dots and answer some questions for you. And I get it. However, I feel led to tell you guys that seeking out gang stalking and seeking out information too much can be extremely dangerous. A codependency can be formed. I'm going to go into a lot of different scenarios and things that's going to support what I'm saying. But like I said, please listen with an open heart and an open mind. Stop watching gang stalking videos. I have a feeling that if you are watching this particular video, you probably watched many gang stalking videos already. So when are you going to say enough is enough? See, what happened was the Most High put in my spirit to touch back in on this situation because he's shown me that basically in the times that we're living in right now, that gang stalking has ramped up to a point where we may have not even seen these type of levels. And a lot of this is because many of the empty vessels that are here on earth, a lot of things are changing in the world, a lot of people are changing in the world, and Satan knows his time is short. And so, in case you don't know what it is, gang stalking, of course, is a supernatural, spiritual attack on someone where the spirit realm intensifies and intensely mixes with the natural realm. And when this happens, you're going to see a whole lot of things, experience a whole lot of things, feel a whole lot of things that you may not have answers for, and make you think that you may be losing your mind. So, of course, I just wanted to get that out of the way, but I want to talk about specifically why you need to stop watching gang stalking videos. Well, first and foremost, I've already touched on, is a codependency can start. There is a time where you just have to literally connect with certain content creators, certain individuals, or just the content alone without the person involved, just to kind of soothe your spirit. And too much of a good thing, if the content is good, can also be a bad thing. And too much of a bad thing, of course, stays a bad thing. So literally what can happen is if you continue to feed yourself this, then you will get to a point where you kind of alter your reality to this virtual reality of connecting with these videos. See, what happened was when the Most High had put in my spirit to make a video about gang stalking recently, I've done it before, I've experienced it, I know a lot about it. And from the spiritual perspective, by the way the Most High has built me spiritually, I can pretty much explain it, but not everybody has the ears to hear or the eyes to see exactly what it is. A lot of people are experiencing it in a state of complete confusion and fear. But what happened was I noticed that my channel hit another segment of the algorithm would actually put things out there for me to get more exposure, and at the same time started to feed me back more gang stalking content. And when I realized just by browsing some of this content that There's a lot of people out here that are making this content that should not be watched. So you have to stop watching gang stalking content. Okay, Elliot, what are you talking about? Let me explain more. Well, first of all, I want you to know off the rip that everything that you see on social media, for the most part, is compromised. And why I say that is because a lot of the things that you're seeing is controlled. The opposition is controlled. So when it comes down to you researching these particular topics, a lot of the people that you're learning from and that are making videos are either full of the entities, deities, because they are witches or warlocks. They're attached to some of the covenants that are responsible for actually they're responsible for actually um, implementing this type of witchcraft in your life. Because all gang stalking is high level witchcraft to a point. Okay. Well, no, I want to learn more about the organizations involved and the people that are attached to it. Look, there's good versus evil. All this misinformation, that's another thing. All this misinformation about all these agencies and all this different thing that involves this particular topic has nothing to do with it when it really comes down to it. Now, yes, are physical people affected by these deities, entities, minions, these spirits, evil spirits from Satan? Yes. So you'll start to see people completely possessed, taking over and coming into your life. But a lot of things that you see before you are completely supernatural and cannot be explained. Or they can be explained, but may not be understood by a lot of people. So just to know that a lot of the things that you're seeing, a lot of this content is continued to be a revolving cycle of keeping you pigeonholed in a place of doom. Yes, stop watching gang stalking content. It actually does you more harm than good. Another thing, one of the things that I find that's really important is that when you start to watch this type of content, you'll start to see that a lot of people who've made these videos, whether they've been used by Satan or not, I can't say for everyone, but a lot of people are making this content in a season and a state of despair, to the point where they're homeless or almost there, where they've lost it all, where they have not been able to recover. And for those people who are watching this type of content and looking ahead at their life, you can accidentally make the connection and thinking that that's your fate. That's your impending doom. And I'm here to tell you that that's not the case if you do what needs to be done. See, one of the things that's most important about this whole thing is that when Satan attacks in such a way, you're going to have to submit to God, resist the devil, which is Satan and his minions, and watch him flee from you. Maybe it won't be that easy, but that's one of the most key steps that you need to do. Submit to God. Okay? So when you submit to him, that means you have an opportunity to get all things correct in your life. Reading through the Psalms, as David, when he was struggling with spiritual warfare, will be able to really take your soul and your spirit to a whole nother level of faith. Instead of having faith in the fear of seeing so many of these content creators, so many of these videos talking about the upcoming doom and the effects of gang stalking breaking you spiritually, breaking you physically, financially, and mentally. That's not what you want to put your faith in. So I say at this point, get to the point now where you are stopping to watch these videos for this very reason. The reason that you cannot become part of this whole program. When I see how much the algorithm pushes this evil algorithm pushes this type of content, then I know what's really going on. It's a setup. It's a setup. And see, sometimes words can just be wasted. Now, look, I could have been guilty of this, and I had to resist, because when you're trying to grow a YouTube channel, when you're trying to get yourself before people, right? And you start to see that certain topics are pushed by the algorithm where you start to get more views, clicks, likes, and exposure, then naturally, maybe you want to continue making more content like that, right? So say a certain content creator has a very successful video on said gang stalking, but yet they have several videos prior to that where they did not get the views that they desired. So they continue to repeatedly make more videos about this topic over and over and over again, being rewarded by the algorithm, pushed before people, but yet actually being used by Satan to create a codependency of people being continually locked in this vicious cycle of listening to depressing content, which actually accidentally becomes witchcraft itself. It's like that. Stop watching gang stalking videos. If you really want to be free, learn what you need immediately and move on to the Most High. Increase your faith. Learn how to cleanse yourself spiritually and have faith that the Most High will deliver you. Like I said, this message is for those who are called, chosen, and set apart for the Most High God. It's not for everybody. If you're living a life that's going to open doors for all this demonic attack and infiltration into your life, then you may be subject to this for quite some time. But we're in a season right now. We're in a time where the Most High is perfecting his church. He's perfecting his people. And sometimes this pressure and this heat needs to be applied for you to be cleansed, for you to be purified. And so, for those who've listened to me for this whole video, I thank you, because I know that it may not have been popular just from the title alone, because I know how the algorithm loves to feed more of this content. And I know that when you're going through something so painful and mysterious as this, that it's almost soothing to want to search out for more stories, testimonies, more insight into such a thing. But I'm letting you know that this is a very, very dark thing. It's full of demons. It's high-level witchcraft. And the more that you get involved in it, the more you accidentally may become involved in it. This is Elliot. Until the next time we speak, feel free to like and subscribe if you want to hear about the faith of the Most High God that he has given us through his son Yahshua. Shalom.